Hi, you guys. Okay, P Valley, season 2, episode 3, The Dirty Dozen. Okay, Roulette is in one of the private rooms and she's dancing for this dude. And next thing we see is Roulette getting ass whole naked. Everything except for a mess. And I'm like, Uncle Clifford, do not play that. So dude is over there, he's enjoying it, and he's telling her he want her to take off her mask. Roulette said, okay, how much you willing to pay? He laid down a stack full of money. So she goes over there. She said, you take it off. He takes down her mask and he's like, yeah, I knew it. You got them dick sucking lips. So now he wants to see what them lips do. But Roulette tells him, oh, no. Uncle Clifford rules number 4 is no dick sucks at the pink. If you get caught being a hoe, you out the door. Roulette tells him, but I'm willing to break a rule for you around here. How much you willing to pay? So customer is willing to pay $1,000 for some dick suck. And that's nothing for him. He lays his money down. And when he laid that roll of money down by her feet, and her toes was chipped. That looked like it was chipped fingernail polish on her toes, and I was disgusted. That's a no-no. When you're a stripper, a dancer, you are selling a fantasy, and you need to make sure everything from the crown of your head to your tippy toes is A1. Back to the show. Customer, he pulls it out, and Roulette goes to town for that thou wow. Shortly after that, Roulette and Whispers, they come off stage with their bag full of money and they are amped up about it. Happy. And Whispers feel like she foreseen that. She said that she knew that if they go on stage at 11:11, that they will make out. Mercedes, she come in and she's just her mean girl self, same old, but she's not as confident as we met her in season 1. And it's all the things that she's going through. She already wanted to retire, so she's know that she's aging out of it. Not that Mercedes is only about 27, 28. So it's not that she is old, but she has these younger girls that's coming in. They know their shit. Probably things that she hasn't even considered doing on a pole. Like she wasn't really feeling the ring. And these 2 girls, they'll get on the ring and everything. I feel like Mercedes is just at a point in her life where she's done with this shit. And Roulette gonna come over to her and say, Sadie's, your bag, it's not half empty, it's half full. Girl, if you don't get going from around here, her little tail gonna get it one day from Mercedes. Roulette is something else, and she knows that she's gonna take Mercedes' spot. And besides that, Mercedes has this injury to her shoulder, which even if she wanted to compete, she would fail right now. She's just not at her top notch. The next morning, Mercedes goes down to her dance studio, and she's looking around like, I have to fix this shit up and fast. Her injury isn't allowing her to do and move, dance the way she needs to get all them dollars. And she's really not in the mood to compete. He calls up Coach from last season. And this is a new coach. I miss the old coach. He was fun. I don't know what this one. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is the same coach character, but a different actor playing it from season 1. Mercedes hit him up and asked him, does his offer for being a sponsor still stands? So I was like, yeah, and she's like, okay, we're going to have to iron a few things out. And also, I want to talk to your wife. Knife doesn't rhyme with wife for no reason. I mean, you said your wife was cool with it. And he's like, you know what? Okay, it's fine. Farrah will be there. Lil Murda, Keyshawn, and the rest of the crew, they're on the road about to start their Dirty Dozen tour. And they pulls over to a gas station, go inside, get some snacks, scaring the shit out the white girl. And also while they're there, they decide to do some promotion. Keyshawn, manager Rome, he pulls out his camera, and Keyshawn and Lil Murda, they just flicking it up. And, they have a good muse going on. They look good together. Both of them is fine as fuck. And we got Lil Murda over here. He's the rapper and she's the entertainment. So they're a dynamic duo over here. And the promotional pictures turned out bomb. Here go Uncle Clifford over here. He over here stalking Little Murder Page, and he's like, Keisha and Little Murder, they seem like they having fun on this little Dirty Dozen tour. Really, she want them to stop by there. She trying to make some money. She said people then got their stimulus check, and if they willing to spend it, she need to take it. Uncle Clifford said, well, how that's going to happen if you done fuck Mercedes up? Haley is like, damn, you act like I want to put baby oil on the floor or something. And Uncle Clifford thing is, look, I said it wasn't ready. It's just not ready. So they start negotiating how much percentage Uncle Clifford is going to have and Autumn is going to have. Remember, at first it was 15%. So Uncle Clifford said he's only taking 15% of the fault for leaving Haley alone to burn down his place, literally. So they started renegotiation, and they came to 69% for Haley and 31% for Uncle Clifford. Haley is not playing with Uncle Clifford. She needs something to go down today. Uncle Clifford tells her, look, nobody can replace my Mercedes. Haley tells him, everybody can be replaced, honey. Haley said Whispers and Roulette will be the headliner for tonight. And since Mercedes appointed them, she shouldn't have a problem with them and should be Mercedes approved. And Uncle Clifford said, ooh, Mercedes is going to be mad. And I'm going to tell her it was all your idea. Haley said, yeah, 69% of it. Also, Big Bone will now be DJing. I wonder what's going on with DJ Never Scared. I liked him. I hope he come back from Atlanta. Mad Cow was down here at the annual Black Pastors chicken dinner. He's trying to get people to vote for the casino. Remember in season 1, Uncle Clifford and Sister Woodbine, they linked up together to get referendum. Now the citizens of Chucalissa, they has to vote whether they want a casino or not. Pastor, he gets up and he said, look, I can get all my congregation to cast a vote, and I'm sure they will vote in your favor. Okay, I was like, yeah, I can see in the future you're going to have heavier collection plates. Sister Woodbine, she been running her mouth, being a pain in Mad Cow's ass. And she's like, first of all, none of y'all niggas need to be telling y'all congregation to vote for no casino. They not going to hire none of y'all black asses. They going to say that y'all can't count. Then when you ask for the revenue for schools, they ain't going to have it because it's going to go all on their golf courses. And Sister Woodbine is right. This happens often, even if your state recently in the past 15 years, if they build a casino, you will find that the school systems are still failing. Why? Wasn't this supposed to be the one that helped the school system? Y'all not going to tell us that the casino ain't making no money. Now, later on in the episode, Sister Woodbine will pay for this. And Cow, along with a sheriff, they came to serve Sister Woodbine at her church with a citation talking about she's in religious services after strict orders of COVID restrictions. But I thought they was over restrictions. Like, Sister Patrice Woodbine, she's like, I see this shit for what it is. And if I fuck with the wrong neighbor, you fucking with the wrong bitch. He better not fuck with Sister Woodbine. This bitch is a dirty hoe. Mercedes is on her way up to meet Coach and his wife. And Terica is calling her and she's asking her when can she come with her. And she tells her, look, you know your mother's not going to let me come. And she was like, I bet I can convince her. Now, the thing that's going on with Terica is earlier in the episode, we see her going down to Sister Woodbine food drive. Terica going to say to her, hey, Patrice. Patrice said, I don't know who you think you playing with, little girl, but you better stop playing with me before I put my foot up in your ass. Terica got straight real quick, okay? And she tells her grandmother that she needs 2 boxes. She was trying to get 2 boxes. It's a box per car. And she was trying to get 2. So Patrice is asking her, what's going on? And Terica tells her, well, my mom's home, sleep 3 in the afternoon. Yeah, she sleep. Everything's okay. Yeah, it's fine. And Patrice tells her, look, you look just like Mercedes when you lie. And she gave her 4 boxes because she can sense that something is going on. Terica does not mention any of this to Mercedes. So Mercedes is like, look, I'm going to call. I'm working right now and I'm going to call you later, okay? Mercedes, she goes on up to the penthouse suite. And she's in love and she's like, yes, I can get into this. Farrah comes out and we can tell that she is not Mercedes cheerleader. Like, who would be their mistress cheerleader, you know? And here goes Coach with a booklet full of NDAs for Mercedes to sign. I mean, damn, but what the hell could be on that in that damn contract? Okay, later on they sitting around, they just talking. And Mercedes, she compliment the pictures that Farrah took of her husband. Coach tried to brush it off like, oh yeah, she's not a professional photographer. Mercedes, she went over there and she gave her thoughts about the picture. She said that she liked the position, that the angle that Farrah took this picture in, which was you're looking down at him. And Mercedes said she liked that, and he still kept his power. So Farrah's like, well, damn, I never heard nobody describe it like that before. So now she's opening up to Mercedes. Farrah tells her that she never had to meet any of Coach hoes. And Mercedes said, I'm not no hoe. Yeah, bitch, you are. You getting $10,000 a week just to sleep with my husband? I'm not even getting that. You want to trade places? Oh, no, that's okay. Farrah asks Mercedes, what made you want to meet me? Mercedes tell her, I have integrity. Mercedes goes on to say that she too never been in this position. At some point in your life, we all realize that we're all hoes to something. Farrah's like, so what if I would have said no? Mercedes said, and I would have respected your no, ho. Coach come back inside the room, and him and Mercedes, they are talking like they've been together, like they're husband and wife. And this makes Farrah a little uncomfortable. So she's like, yeah, I'm just going to remove myself and leave. And her husband tells her, no, look, I want you to see something. I want you to see the Mercedes experience. Well, come on, Mercedes, do it. Mercedes, she like, cool, where can I plug this up? Mercedes put up popping her music and she is doing her thing. We know how the Mercedes experience is. This is a top-notch bitch at the motherfucking paint. She doing what she doing, and she went over to Coach, giving him a lap dance. Child, Farrah came out ass naked. She was ready to go. Why they doing what adults do? Farrah is blowing Mercedes' phone up, so Mercedes pick it up now. She can't no longer ignore it. And it was the sheriff. He was calling because Terica got pulled over for driving. What you mean she driving? She's not even old enough to drive. Yeah, she was driving. The owner of the car is in the back seat drunk, and she was out here driving. If you don't come get her, we're going to have to take her in. Mercedes get them back home, and she put Shell in the tub, and she is spraying her because Shell was just drunk. They're going back and forth, and it comes out. Shell was like, yeah, but you was the 15-year-old that lied to Cortez and told him that you was 18. This is all your fault. You fucked up my life. And Mercedes said, look, I didn't climb on top of myself and get myself pregnant. Mercedes is telling Shell, yeah, when I had her, my mama told me to give her to Cortez. So I had no other choice. But when he passed away, I begged and I pleaded for you to let me take Terica, and you would always say no. I said, look, it wasn't me saying no. It was Cortez that said no. He made me promise with his last dying breath that I would take care of Terica, and that he did not want Terica with you. You think I want to stare in the face of his mistake every day? Shell says, I'm being loyal to a dead man who couldn't even be loyal to me when he was on this earth. And Terica, she's standing outside the bathroom. She hears all of this. And it's just sad. It's just sad for Terica all the way around. After that, Mercedes goes, she's trying to whip up a meal for them, Terica and Mercedes, and Terica lets Mercedes know that she heard everything. Mercedes tell her, yeah, I was 15. I wanted to grow up fast, and hey, I got pregnant and I grew up. I asked that her father did she love her father? And she said, yeah, I loved him. And she said, did he love you? And Mercedes said, I don't know. She does tell Terica, he did love you. And you are his. You the spitting image of him. Terica also asked her mother, she regretted. And Mercedes told her, look, getting pregnant, it was a mistake, but having you was never a regret. Terica doesn't understand this because she feels like, well, why she's not with Mercedes? Mercedes explains to her that her mother made her give her up. Terica's like, okay, but you didn't stay 15 the whole time. She said, no, I didn't. But then I became a stripper, and what judge would have gave a stripper a baby? Terica's like, it seems like it's always going to be an excuse with you. This is very touchy. This is nothing but resentment. We see it in the season 1, and it's going to continue to happen until they both really work on this. And maybe they all have to work on it as a family. Terica, Shell, and Mercedes. Lil Murda and Miss Mississippi, they out and they doing it. They down in New Orleans now doing their thing. It looks like they even got to do a music video. Now they are in Mississippi. Big T, Rome, and Wody, they sitting at the bar. Wody done put them hand sanitizer on his face, talking about he ain't catch Rona yet. Boy, whatever. He walks through the door, and Big T is like, when he started rocking blue and gold, he used to rock red. When that changed? And Wody tells him, since your man had to knock him the fuck out. So he comes over there, he's trying to dap it up with Big Teak, and Teak just looking at him like, nigga, get the fuck out of my face. Because since Wody put him on, he not trying to see that nigga now. Pico was like, oh, it's like that. Yeah, nigga, it's like that. Rome like, hold up, we can't do this around here. No, we can't do this. Wody, he comes in and diffuse the situation. I love Wody. Like, he ain't about no bullshit. He love his people, and he just be a vibe for real. Wody gets up, he like, yeah, man, you know you my man dapping up. He go and he's like, I don't have no beef with you. You know I've been vegan for about 2 years now. And that diffused the whole situation. Big T go on about his business. Rome is like, look, call your mans and them. They ready. The stage is ready for him. He's ready to get back down to business. Pico asks him, do he manage Lil Murda? And he's like, no, I manage Mississippi. Dude, that's what that was with Pico. He's like, damn, you manage that fine lady? She fine as shit. Like, you gotta give it to Lil Murda. He always got a hot track and a hot chick with him. Pico gonna say, yeah, when his next single drop, Trade Tales, you're gonna owe me blue hundreds, nigga. Rome is looking at them like, what the fuck are you talking about? Trade Tales? Oh, after the club let out or whatever, you know the girls are going all wild, and this one girl, she wants to get to Lil Murda. Lil Murda, where you at? So Pico, he comes from out of nowhere trying to talk to her. He was being aggressive and grabbing on her. So Big T, he comes out. He like, look, leave the little lady alone. She don't want to be messed with. He fucking with her. You gonna have to fuck with me. So these two start fighting. Now, the whole time, Keyshawn, she was recording. She was on the gram recording the whole thing. So when the beef kicks off, this is all being recorded. All of a sudden, niggas for no reason just start shooting. It wasn't even Pico people. They just start shooting. Niggertry. Odie, he in the back of the limo hearse. He's like, look, he ain't trying to get all up into that shit. And Lil Murda, he goes out there. He like, no, I gotta get my boy. They wind up, they get Big Teak back in the car, and they just spin off. Ruby's done follow Lil Murda all the way back to the motel. Mississippi, she comes out and she gives Lil Murda a kiss right on the lips to let them know, back off, bitches, he's mine. Say Lil Murda and Keyshawn, they are each other's spirit animals. They encourage one another. They doing their thing together, getting this money. Seems to me that when one of them is weak, the other one always pick them up, or feeling down, not weak so much, but feeling down or doubting themselves, they pick one another up. Sean got her hair oiled, that she has a brand deal with them, and she's putting it in Lil Murda hair, and she sees that Lil Murda, every city they went to, he been picking up postcards and sending them to Uncle Clifford. So he's up there talking up. He's trying to write something. She's messing with him. She like, you overthinking it. And she snatched the card and she's like, nigga, I guess I miss you. She's like, what type of shit is that? You did her wrong, and now you're guessing that you miss her. He asked her, like, what should I write? She said, I don't know, you the poet, to speak from your heart. Murder tries again, so she looks at the car and she said, nigga, I love you. And Lil Murder said, Keyshawn, that's my only thought. And I'm like, oh. Sean does tell him, look, if that's your only thought, you need to get it together, because Uncle Clifford don't come around often, so you can't mess this up. So he takes that in and he asks her, like, I know what I did to fuck up. What did you do to fuck up? And she tells him, look, I didn't believe in fairy tales. That's how you look at it, Keyshawn? Because, girl, no, you did lame shit. Big Teak and Little Murder went outside and they were talking. Big Teak apologized for what happened earlier when they was out there fighting. He said he just can't stand unloyal motherfuckers. That I was just trying to have your back. Lil Murder says some things never change. Here we find out that the two used to be cellmates. One day Lil Murder gets stabbed, and Big T, he did that Negro that stabbed up Lil Murder. Big T, he gets sent down to the hole, and Little Murder, he was sending him wraps on little pieces of toilet paper. And Big T said he thanks Lil Murder for his wraps that got him through some really dark places down in that hole. And I got the feeling that they was doing a mess around. I don't know. I could be wrong, though. Down at the paint, the ladies are watching Mississippi on her live, and they up there talking about everywhere Keyshawn goes is trouble. They some haters. Keyshawn is a lot of things, but I wouldn't give her like trouble. You know what I mean? This lady here in the dressing room, the one who said Keyshawn lashes is popping, yeah, her. She's the one that get the girls right. The dancers, they pay her a small fee, and she touched them up, whether it be makeup, hair, fingernails, roulette with the chip fingernail polish on the toes. Go holler at her, roulette. Anyway, roulette, she came on her cycle, and Whispers was right there with a tampon. And Whisper said, you never told me where you was from. Roulette said, hell. He asks Whispers, how did you get to this shithole? Whisper said to her, I'm from heaven, and I listened to the wind, and after that, I just knew where to go. Roulette, she has a nasty attitude, and she was like, well, I think you should listen again. Whisper told her, you might be from hell. You have a lot of darkness in you. And that's no shade. We all need a little bit of hell up in us so we can appreciate the light. Whisper's come over to Roulette, and she gives her a bump of booger sugar. Now Roulette is in heaven. So Clifford, he come back there, and he's calling on Roulette and Whispers to come on stage. And also he lets the rest of the crew know his new rule. 0.0025. Wear your motherfucking mask. Stay with your Corona Couture on like me. As soon as he said that, Toy ass gonna sneeze. Everyone went plumb crazy. She didn't even cover it or walk away. I mean, she was real childish with it. Toy talking about his allergies. Uncle Clifford said, you better take some Claritin and get the fuck up out of my face. Who sneezes during a pandemic? Do y'all remember this happening during a pandemic? Baby, sneezing wasn't even a symptom. You better not sneeze, sniffle, or clear your throat. All that shit meant coronavirus. Clifford, he goes out on the stage and he introduces Whisper and Roulette. Whispers come out and she is fucking up the pole. Whispers look like a fantasy from her look to her performance. And I love when Uncle Clifford had that blow dryer in her face, giving her like her hair was blowing, giving her a more whimsical look. Hot. Roulette, she's up on the ring and she's fucking that up. Now, Roulette looks rough around the edges to me. Only time she looks like a fantasy is when she's up there performing. It'll be all the things she's going through, because this girl was going through some things. We don't know for sure what it is, but we can just tell. I love how P-Valley shows us what the dancers physically has to go through. And they're up on that pole. It's resistance and cardio all in one. And besides that, you're using every part of your body damn near to grip the pole. Roulette is in her zone, feeling herself, and her fast ass takes her tits out. Clifford is like, oh hell no, no tits out on the main stage. And he's looking at Roulette like he knows she's going to be trouble with her whole ass. Duffy is down here. He's lovesick over Gidget. She's not answering his calls. And Big L says to him, like, can you blame her unless you're Jesus and her mama Lazarus? I don't think you can make this right. Duffy tells Big L that he's fixing to retire from this drug shit. He told him, you can have this. After tonight, tonight's pickup, he's done. He said he's getting his bitch a ring, a white picket fence, that golden retriever that she wants, a slice of normal pie. Big L's like, Gidget don't like no normal pie. He's trying to talk him out of it. And at the same time, Whispers and Roulette, they come on out. And Duffy, he's captivated by Roulette. He said that he liked that move that she was doing. She asked him, what you know about that move? You dating a stripper or something? He said no. Big L said yes. Roulette is like, ain't nothing wrong with dating a stripper. Whispers added, marrying one is where you have the problem. Duffy said, that's what I was thinking. Big L said, come on, man. Like, for real, Duffy, you was just sitting up here painting a picture about a white picket fence with a dog life with Gidget. Now you gonna do Gidget like that? No. Gidget gonna come up the pank and turn it out. Back inside Big Bone, she is supposed to be DJing, and she's popping her ass in the DJ booth. Toy is going to fuck her up. She's about tired of her. Besides that, this one dude, he's coming through and he's looking for the dick-sucking lip girl. And he's trying to find her. He said that somebody told him about him and he's trying to see what's up. The problem is that he's asking women that doesn't even get down like that, and it's annoying and it's a bad look for the club. Strippers need to remain a fantasy. As soon as a stripper takes it to another level, her value will decline. Want a prostitute? You better do it another way, not in a strip club. They are two different things. Autumn has been in contact with Andre. He was checking to see if she would take the big dick deal of $1 million. But she tells him she's not selling for no less than $10 million. Uncle Clifford tells her, you're going to be turned blue waiting on that. Autumn asks him, well, what if we could sell? What if we could get that? Why wouldn't you sell? Uncle Clifford, he's worried about others. And Autumn is like, what business is that of yours? What they going to do after this? And Uncle Clifford said, well, if I did sell, at least I'll get $3.1 million. Andre, he over there with Corbin. Corbin seen Haley text saying that $1 million ain't even the tip. Corbin said she got life fucked up. Andre explains to Corbin that Haley may be waiting for the promised land to make her an offer. If that's the case, Haley may become the most powerful person in Chucalissa. Andre also mentions that he may run for mayor against Mayor Kyle. On video of him saying, I want to be president, inspired him. Now he knows he can be what he want to be. Corbin say, okay, if you're stupid enough to run, I'm stupid enough to foot the bill for you. Andre, what about your wife? Andre told his wife that he's still waiting for the will to be read. Is he lying? Because I did not hear that in none of these episodes. Well, anyway, she's home working in Corona with Corona patients, and she calls him and tells him that her father has a job for him. Dre declines the offer, talking about he need more time. Dre is going to lose her. He didn't tell her nothing about the possibility of running for mayor. She hates Chucalissa. I hope she leaves him. Like, I don't know where they going with this storyline with them, but I don't see her fitting into Chucalissa. I don't want him to be with Haley. Well, Clifford is at home, and he got his postcards from Lil Murda, which read, you look beautiful in red. Oh, and that was from when Lil Murda seen him at the house through the reflection in the mirror. Remember, he was dressed in the red. His Uncle Clifford blushing, and he walks on over to his vanity where he has all of Lil Murda's postcards that he collected and sent to him. Roulette ass is getting out of some man's car, and she was like, let me know when you want to take Roulette on another spin, okay? Yeah, I knew her ass was a hoe. At the same time, Duffy and Big L, they over there unpacking boxes of oxycodone. Remember, them two, they had a pack last season where they was getting the pills and stuff and selling them. While they unpacking the boxes and everything, one of the boxes fell and bottles of oxycodone is spilled out on the ground. Because Roulette was being a hoe, she sees all of this. And Duffy, he's sitting over there blushing while Big L was looking like, God damn, now we gonna have to put her in some shit. Because remember, no one knows what Big L does. I can see this coming. Roulette is gonna be a firecracker. But that's it for this episode, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.